Hello and welcome to Pixelpia, a human eye on AI. Tonight we are continuing on my series about using AI tools as a creative companion. I have done one mini-series about using AI for creating social media posts, one about creating blog posts, and this mini-series right now is about creating stories. So last week I created a children's story, or I started outlining a children's story using Gemini from Google, a large language model. And before we get into the part about creating images, let's take a quick look here at what we created. So here we have the outline for the story. We are just going to focus on the first chapter here. The narrator, which is Hoots, an owl, introduced Twilby and her family. And that's how far we got in that video. I have after that started to do just the first basic outline about the story. There are 7 chapters, but here is the very first outline for chapter 1. That is how far we got up to this point. But since this is a children's book, the imagery is very important. And for each of these in this mini series, I try to introduce a new tool to use for creating images. And this time we are going to take a look at Midjourney, one of my favorite image creating tools. Up to this point, you have been able to use Midjourney only on Discord, which makes it a little harder than many of the other tools I have shown. And let me quickly share here. This is inside Discord. I am not going to go through how to use it here, but I will show you how this is. On my Discord server, I have created a private little group here where I can use Midjourney. I have added the Midjourney bot to my channel here. Let me hide this so it's easier for us to see here. And to create the image here, we have to use certain commands. /image and then prompt create a soft sunset on the beach, just to show you how it works. And then there are many other what happened here? There we go. It is in the image right now. And we will get 4 images here. When it's done, we will enlarge them. And these looks like typical Midjourney images. And then you can set a lot of different parameters. I will not go into how to use Midjourney on Discord because they have right now an alpha program on their website. So let's instead go in and share my web browser. There we go. Let me shut down my Discord browser, and here we are on midjourney.com, their website. And as you can see, they have different plans here. I am on the $10 per month build plan. When we come into the first site, Explore here, you can see a lot of different images created by different users. And at the top here, you have a little image here and a space to write your query, what you want Midjourney to create. I go in here to my archive. As you can see, I have worked on a lot of images for this story. Right now, as you can see up in the left corner here, it says alpha. So I am gonna go into a new folder here, Twilby Live. I have nothing in here. The alpha means that if you have used Midjourney on Discord and created at least 1,000 images, you have access to Midjourney Alpha on the web. Eventually, they will release this for everybody that are subscribed to Midjourney, and I see a lot of advantages by using the Alpha tool. So we are going to start by creating the very first image. We are going to create Twilby, the main character of our story. And I have saved all the information. I have it set up in Notion, but you can save all your information about your book in your Google Chrome, your Drive, or wherever on your local computer. I have it here. So we are going to start by creating Twilby. She is a young gnome girl with long red curly hair and blue eyes, wearing a blue noon hat, a green dress, and brown boots. And I am going to add, I want it to be in Pixar style. And that's all the information I am giving the tool right now. I just want some ideas for how she will look. In the little settings corner here, we can go in and change what format: portrait, square, landscape. You see the dimensions changes. I'm going to make it a square right now. Stylization, if you hover over it, you get the information. Influences how strongly the Midjourney aesthetics is applied. Low stylization values produce images that closely match the prompt but are less artistic. So we are going to go down to 0 here in the first case. And we have weirdness and variety. I'm going to leave them as they are. In mode, you have standard or raw. Raw mode replicates the default aesthetic of some Midjourney model versions. So we are going to go with the standard. We have version 6, which is the latest version. And this is one of the reasons why I like to use Midjourney. As you will see in a little while, it's so much easier to create constant characters that look the same in every image. And speed, we have relaxed, fast, or turbo. Maybe we will click turbo this time. As a $10 user, I have a certain amount of turbo uses I can do. So when we're done with this first prompt, I just click create, and let's go into my archive here, all images. Did it not create it? Yeah, it did. Here we go. Let's take a look at them. That was picture 1, 2, 3, and 4. I believe 2 or 3. Let's say that we want this image. And we want basically this image. We want a few changes to it. So we can go in and down here we can vary. Make image similar to this one with slightly changes, subtle or strong. So let's make some subtle changes. Upscale it, we can worry about later. Remix. Build upon this image by creating similar ones with a new or updated prompt. We will come back to that as well. And pan and zoom we will look at again. So let's do subtle here and go into generate, create. And here we have the 4 images with a subtle change. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I actually like this one with the ears. So this will be our Twilby. Now, for the very first chapter here, we have her sitting cross-legged in the hollow of a grand oak. So I will copy that part. No, first I will copy the description I have here. This is why I like working on this website. I just copy that, paste it in here. Then I copy the part here, cross-legged, and I paste that in, sitting cross-legged in the hollow of a grand oak. But now I want to make sure that it looks like the same girl. So I go down, right click on my image and say copy image URL. And then I click the character reference, CEREF. So I do dash dash. That's the command for all these things. Right, CREF. That is character reference. And I link that URL. And here you see this little image up here. That is a copy of this. And you see this little, I think it's a stylized person. That tells us that this is set as a character reference. There is one more command we can give. That is dash, oops, dash dash CW. That is character weight. How much it should be like this girl. And that goes from 0 to 100, where 100 is the highest function, the most lookalike. So we put in, we have the C-ref, the character reference, and we have the character weight to be 100. And now we just click enter, and it is producing our 4 images according to our directions here. She's young girl with long red curly hair and blue eyes, wearing a blue noon hat, a green dress, brown boots, sitting cross-legged in the hollow of a grand oak. And here we have the 4. And you know what I missed here? They are similar, but not similar enough. So let's click on this very first one. Oops. Which was most similar, and reuse the prompt. So here we have this prompt again. And we are going to add in here after one before, after oak, a grand oak, and I forgot to say Pixar style. And let's try again if we get a better likeness to this. So here we have the 4 images. And I think maybe this second one is the most like the one not that one, the one we chose here with the ears. Maybe not. Let's copy the URL again. Because if we go back to that, I copied the wrong URL here. So let's do CREF. Is that the one with the ears? Yes, it is. And let's do it one more time. If you have any questions as I do this, just let me know in the chat and I will try to answer them. Here we go. At least they got the ears in there again. Let me go back to here is some of the first images I did. You see all the different characters in here. What I have done is I have created, let's go in and show you here in my archive. To start with, I created, where do we have it? Here. I created a sheet here, as you can see. The young noon girl with long red curly hair and blue eyes, Pixar style, multiple expressions and poses, full body character sheet. And then it created this one image with 6 different variations of Twilby. I then went in and isolated them, and I have in my documents saved the links to all these. So let me show you. If I use that as a C reference, let's go back to create here and take away that C reference, and instead add all the 6 images I had created earlier, and here they are adding them all to my takes a little while for it here. Let's try this one more time. Why won't it load my images now? Let's just copy this image URL and add that as a C reference. Okay, now we have all 6 in one. And again, I forgot to say Pixar style. This is not going excellent right now. Let's pick out the one that I have as. Here you see all the ones. Where do we have? Okay, here is the one I want to use as my C reference. Let's start a new one. Here we have the description again. And we want her to sitting by a lake laughing. C reference is the image we just copied. And character weight, CW, is 100. I hope this will work better this time with just one character reference. And again, I forgot Pixar style, but I think this is Well, she's laughing. Let's use that once more and add Pixar style. As you can see, it takes time until you get what you really want from each of these. I think I like the second one here. That looks like it could be our Twilby sitting by a lake. Now we're going to take a look at the ones we didn't do yet. Let's say that I want to use this with the background, but I want it to be wider. So I can expand, pan this. For example, if I want to pan to the left here, that will, well, let me show you. It's hard to explain. That will stretch the image out to the left side of our main character in this case. So I just hit the pan arrow in the direction I wanted to pan the image. And I get 4 examples. As you can see, this part is the same, but it's working on expanding out to the left-hand side here. And I think I like this where we see a little sunlight on the trees up there. If I want, I can pan even more. I can also use the zoom, and that zooms in all directions. So let's see what happens if we click zoom 1.5, and it starts working right away. So if I just close this image, it's working here in my create area. And the reason I want to do this, I will show you how I can use this for those of you who like to work in Canva. I have a couple of tips to share with you how these images after we have created them can be useful. So here I have the images with more space around. Let me see. Let's take this and let's upscale it subtle so it's a higher quality, a bigger image. And while we are waiting for that to pan out, we're gonna take our original image link here again, copy the image URL from that image, and just paste in the description. And a young noon girl with an angry expression. And the earlier in the prompt you set something, the more weight Midjourney put to it. So if you had put the angry expression at the end, it would not pay as much attention to it as if you put it earlier. Let's add the reference. So once again, I have to scroll down to the image I want to use as reference, copy the URL, paste it, and then character weight 100. And again, I forgot to say Pixar style, but we can see that she is angry. And here she is happy. Let's use the same prompt again. And write happy expression. And this time, let's add the Pixar style. And as you could see, all I had to do was click the image and then use prompt. And it already has all the information from this prompt with the C reference, character reference, and all the other things, the description of her, logged into the prompt. And here she is now. What did we say? Happy expression. And all of these could do. Happy, angry. Should we try one more? Which one do we think is the best? Will be maybe this. So let's use this prompt again. Sad expression. So here we have her angry, happy, sad. Not bad at all. But now let's show you. If you have created all these images, and as I said, if I go into my archive here to where I have all these images I have created before. Here I have different images of her running. I have her being angry. I have the different, she has her friends, the owl, the squirrel, the little mouse. So what I have done here in Canva is I have uploaded these images. As you can see, I have uploaded this background where I made her sitting sad in the forest, and I have uploaded the 3 characters. And what I did, let's add this and set image as background. That was not too good. Let's use some of the AI tools from Canva. So I need to fill out this image. So I go into edit image and I use Magic Expand the whole page, and I click Magic Expand, and now it will fill out this image to the format I have set. I will in here have 4 suggestions with not much of a difference, but small differences between them. Here it just was very blurry background, very blurry background. Here we have something coming up on the side, and here we see a little sun. So let's say I want to use this one. And now I want to use the characters I have. So I start with the little mouse. I put it in there, edit image and background remove. But he can't be that big, so I can, let's say I want him to stand down here in the foreground. So I put him there. He is close to our little Twilby. I want our squirrel to be in there too, but I go in background remover. I want him to look the other way, so I just flip him. He is way too big there. Move him up here, but here we start to get a little blur in the image. If I move him back a little bit, make him a little smaller and move him back so he's sitting over here maybe. So now I go in and under effects, I can say add blur. The whole image, and we're gonna see around 18 maybe. I just click back and we will see. That is probably a good blur for him. And the third one I want in here is our owl. So I do the same, edit image, background remover. And I want him far in the background. I want him to sit over here. Maybe I need to put him a little rounded there. And I need to go in with my magic eraser and erase all this on this by his feet. Erase under his foot here. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it erase all that. And I can change my brush size here. Okay, let's go back and see. I need to erase a little bit more. Magic erase. I need to erase a little bit under this foot. Why didn't it erase that? Let's see if we can click that. Nope. You need to use the brush. Try again. Okay, it took a bit of his foot there too, but maybe that doesn't matter really. But he must be way blurred because he is in the background there. So let's say maybe there. Depending on where I have him sit. Maybe even more blur. So let's go in and increase the blur a little bit. What happened there? Let's remove the blur and start over. Let's go there. Oh. Why don't you want to get blurred? I don't know why it is. Oh, there we go. That is probably a good level of blur for him. So this is another way you can work with Canva, with Midjourney in combination of Canva. If you don't want to do all the work, you can just create your different expressions and how she stands here in Canva, in Midjourney, using the C reference. And then you can, for example, if I want this scene, and then I can add in my other characters, or I can try to add two C references for creating my images with landscape, with whatever it is. But this is one way you can use Midjourney with the C character reference, C ref. I can do the same in my Midjourney here. Let's see if I can go in here and / image imagine prompt, and now I need the description of my little girl. No, a young, let's see, new girl crying over a broken teddy bear. And I do the same here, / C ref, and let's see if it takes all the images I had, and let's do character weight 100. And in Pixar style. Why can't I open this? Okay, let's see which one do we think is the better one. Upscale 2. And take a closer look at that. I click U2, upscale image 2. Maybe. Or let's take a closer look at number 4. So the principle is the same, but here I need to, if I want to add an image here and use as a reference where I don't have a URL, I have to upload an image. Let's upload this one, hit enter, and then I go in here and copy link. A young noon girl running towards her pony in Pixar style. C ref dash C ref, and now I can paste that image, and let's do dash CW character weight. Let's do 100 again. If I do that, oh, here is why it's so much easier to work on the web, because you see what I missed here. I missed the dash image in prompt, and now I put that in. Cref, copy link. While I on the web, just have to scroll down and find the image I want to use. I think I have hidden them. Let's look only for our hidden images. Where is she? Here she is. No. Well, doesn't matter which one. Let's say that it is this. I just right click, copy image or URL, and I can put it up here in my prompt right away. But let's go back now and see what happened on my Discord. So here we have her running. What did I say in the prompt? I don't think. A young noon girl running towards her pony in Pixar style. Well, here she's running away from her pony, but they are pretty nice. Let's see how number 2 looks. Upscale 2. And here we go. Not bad. So it's still the main point I wanted to share with you today. Let's go back to this. The main point I wanted to share with you today is how you can use the C reference, character reference in Midjourney if you want to create the same character in different situations. I think this can be very useful, and as I said, I love to work in Midjourney, and I especially love to work in the web version. I have no idea when This will be available for everyone. And I'm sure there are many other AI tools for image creation where you can do something similar. If you have used another tool that can do something similar and you want to share it with us, please leave that in the comments down below. I am sure everyone who watches this will appreciate any suggestions you have. Now I'm gonna end tonight's live stream. I hope you learned something useful and we are ready to go on to my next creative project. I am still in between a couple of them. But if you have any suggestions of creative topics that we can use AI tools for, whether it's writing, image creation, or anything else, please leave them in the comments below. Next Monday, I will be on the road, so there will not be a live stream, but I will have a video up next. And as always, stay curious, stay informed, and be a part of the change. And let's end today's stream with some music that, as always, comes from Creator Mix at creatormix.com, where you can find great music to use for all your creativity online. Videos, reels, shorts, and it's all for free. So thank you to the Nimin brothers for creating this website. And have a great night, morning, day, wherever you are in the world. Until next time. Bye.